Another video for Pipe, guys. I'm just doing another story time back on a things, guys. This actually just happened today. It was actually really fun. We were having a nice time. So, guys, I'm gonna go from the beginning to the end like I always do on story time. So basically, guys, hopefully, guys, I can make it through this whole story time because it was actually a while we were looking for whatever we were doing. So guys, so first off, me, Liam, and Brady, we were just all just riding and doing stuff until we were just riding around. We were just hitting some street spots, just jamming out on our BMXs. I was on my scooter, Liam was on his BMX, Brady was on his skateboard, and we were just all like jamming out, just having fun, hitting street spots, because like in Staten Island there's no like actual skate parks that are like still closed, so we just hit street spots or DIYs, and like we were hitting this crazy little hub or something, or three stair, and we were trying to ollie it. Tried to do a double whip and destroyed myself, but basically, guys, we just really just were having fun. What the moral of the story is, just all about this. So then we go to another street spot, which is one of my favorites. It's called Alliance. Alliance is a street spot. I don't know, we just named it like that. So definitely, it's one of our favorite street spots. It's just only because it has like two little short hubbas. You can hit those. Those options are slim, but like it's not that bad. It's not like, oh yeah, your place sucks. It's actually a really nice street spot. But I just thought that was sick to do and just have a little like street spot sesh. So basically, guys, we get to the street spot. So we get to the street spot, we're like all like whatever, like setting up for like a trick combo, because whenever you set up to a street spot, you gotta always have like a little set plan, because you're not just gonna show up to a spot. So like we're like, you know what, let's do a 5. And I was like, let's do like, I was gonna do a backside lip slide on a scooter. So that's definitely that's a way harder trick. I could barely do the trick as it is. And then I end up landing it, and then, so we're heading back. We're like, we hit one more street spot. We're just sessioning that for like 3 minutes after like a 30-minute session Alliance. That was one of the fun sessions. And also, guys, we were just not even gonna go over to Alphabet Academy, which is another one of our favorite street spots, only because you have to watch, guys, in the he said something hurtful, guys, because the security guard, and guys, if you ever see the security guard, man, watch the video, because it has, a description of him. So if you ever see him, basically, guys, he's like, I don't know why he would say that, but if you ever see the security guard, bro, don't want to try to fight him, or don't bring hate, but just like, you know who it is, like, you know, like, this guy's gonna say something. And honestly, so we're kind of heading back until we run into this girl, and we see this girl, and we're just riding back. We're over near the hill bomb. Like, our house is like almost. We're over near our friend Anna-Reese's house. Like, we're like over there, and we're like riding down almost at the steep part, like not even there, and we see this girl, and we're like, oh, she's walking her dog. So like, we're gonna try to get away. Like, we pet the dog and everything, and then she said something about a Yorkie, and we're like, no, we haven't seen a Yorkie. When I thought I saw a dog earlier when I was scooting, I they didn't want to come or something, and I went up to the Alliance spot to just check if it was like crowded, because you don't want to go to a street spot where there's like a lot of cars, because if that scooter slipped or that skate slipped or that BMX slipped and it hit a car, then we would just have to be like responsible guys. So basically, guys, just check the street spot before you go there. But I went up and I saw what I thought I saw a dog. I was like, okay, like weird coincidence. There's a missing. I'm like, it's your dog? She's like, no, it's not my dog. I'm like, then why are you looking for it? And she's like, because we saw it, and apparently it was on Foster, which is a what do you call it? A really busy street. It's really busy, like, so apparently that's what, later in the story I'll get to it. But we're like, why? And she's like, because it's just been running around. So, okay, we're like, okay, cool. If we see it, I guess we'll just call the number on the tag. She's like, okay, thanks. So, and then we're like, okay, we'll look. And then she says, oh, I'm going to put my dog away and I'm going to come look with you guys. So then we're like over now Brady's house, near Brady's house. We're going down the hill bomb. And we see this guy in a green shirt. We're like, oh, we know who the guy was. He was one of our donators. Like when we first went for donations, he was one of our donators. But we asked, and he's like, well, like, have you seen a Yorkie? And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm staring at. And there's a Yorkie at the wall over near Brady's house. And like, oh crap. So I approach it. I'm telling Liam and Brady to stay calm because they were really just not even calm. They were like so hyped that like we found the dog, but honestly, like, and I want to shout out to Brady and Liam. They were like really awesome helpers. Also the FDNY, because that's what Liam loves, to shout out to that. But Brady and Liam would do something really kind, and I shout them out, and we thank them for that. Even the dog owners thank them for that, and also me, I thank them a lot, which shapes SIG to look like really nice. So I'm gonna get right into that. So we go over, everybody, like, Brady and Liam are, like, hyped, they're, like, so happy, they're, like, we found a dog, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm like, what are they gonna do? So we were gonna return it, and I walk up to the dog, I'm like, hello, like, what's up, boy? And his name is Nico. That's what Liam found out, thanks to Liam, because he helped a lot. And, he found the phone number and everything, so, but basically, we found the dog. I'm, like, keeping it calm over there, like, helping the dog just try to, like, calm down, not thinking that we're gonna hurt it. So the dog finally comes over to me, and it's just, like, sitting there staring at me. I'm like, okay, guys, come over. The woman that we saw earlier, the man, and, Brady and Liam come over, like, and, like, I'm petting the dog, trying not to make it run away. So now this is what Brady does. Brady's like, they're asking for a leash. Liam runs down, gets our dog's leash. Shout out to Turbo, man. He was such a great dog. I don't know why he died. It was really sad. So shout out to him. He gets Turbo's leash and gives it to the dog. But turns out this was like a small little Yorkie, like really small. Like it could probably fit in my. No, it couldn't fit in my. It was really small. So the leash that Turbo, our big dog, was a really big dog. I'll make a video on this. Was a really big dog, so we had a big leash. Cause like we didn't expect for a Yorkie to just come out of nowhere, and this lady's asking for a leash to put on the Yorkie. So Brady's dog Stella, shout out to Stella. Stella is God. Turbo is God. I don't know what other dogs Brady has. Bones is God, bro. Bones, my dog, I call him Bones Reds now, even because, well, he's dead. So Bones Reds, rest in peace. But basically, he was just like Brady gets his dog Stella's thing. I'm like, oh, everybody's like, oh, thanks. I'm like, Oh, okay. Brady, thank you. So we have the dog here, and the girl was smart. She was gonna do what I wanted to do. Reverse the phone number because they called the number, and then she's like, well, how do we reverse phone number it? So basically, you turn the phone number, and it gives the information of where the house or where anything is. So like, it basically just gives the information about the phone number. See if it's a landline or not. I'm not trying to spit knowledge. I'm like really tired. I'm trying to make the story time for you guys because I know you guys love the story times, and I just really got into it. And so basically you reverse the phone number, and then we go over to one of our donors' house. Like, we're good friends with them. Their dogs are nice, and we're still trying to figure out who the hell dog is this? And I say it has to be an old lady or an old man, because I'll get into that later, and I'll get back to that later in a little. So basically, we go over to the house. The dog needs water, so we're gonna be like, there, bam. We got the dog water. We're just sitting there talking. They're asking like what we do, like we skate and scoot, like SIFG, subscribe. So basically, we're doing that, and we're like, okay, cool, thanks, it's nice. And then oh god, so basically we were just like talking, and then she posts something on the Staten Island Lost and Found. So basically, it's like a thing where you can post like pets, and then she posts a thing, and then like we're all like geniuses, and we're like, don't post the name because we don't want this dog. And the number that it said on, I forgot about this. The number that it said is from Page. And if you don't know what Page Avenue is, you don't live on Staten Island probably if you're watching this. If you guys do know, you probably know what Page Avenue is. It's on the other side of the island from me. I live on the South Shore, it's on the North Shore. So it's an hour away from me. And we're like, this dog couldn't, if this dog, I was like, much respect how this dog ran like an hour to our block. And then we just said it doesn't add up. How would a dog from Page Avenue get over to the North Shore? How would a North Shore dog get to the South Shore? So then we're like, someone would probably have to be sitting here, which we'll find out later. I'll just explain that later because it is a key point. And we're like, oh yeah, someone had to be sitting here because why the hell would the dog get from Page Avenue without someone noticing? So we're sitting there, and then there's a notification on the Staten Island. They like checking if anybody posted up, and well enough, someone posted for a dog named Nico. The only picture I have, this is the dog, and there, bam. So we're like, okay. We call the number, and someone answers, and it was not on speakerphone. They just started to, our neighbors just started talking about it. After that, so basically, we call up the thing. So yeah, they're looking for a dog. His name's Nico. And they're gonna come over to us. So we're still waiting, and then the girl that we saw earlier, the first girl that we saw that told us about the dog is there. Okay, I'm like, oh, okay, sick. What's up? And then she gets a call, and then from her Instagram post, from her husband. So her husband, I think, said something about a man when he was outside looking for a dog. So, bam, we're like, okay, we found it. And then the dog was named Nico, so we're like, he's also coming too. We're like, there's going to be a brawl. Like, because we don't know whose dog it is, so we're going to have to see, I don't know, the adoptions. Like, I don't know, like, it was weird. like me, Brady, we're hyped, ready for like a fight and an argument, but like we were also like, we just really want this dog to be safe at home, like with its actual owner. So let's go. I just actually just hit the. We want it to be safe with its owner, so it feels comfortable, so it's not just with some random guy that's all. We're just going, and we're like, okay, nice. And then they both come over, which I get later to. We're just waiting, and then we're like, okay, the person lives on Vernon. So we're like, I'm just like, I'm gonna go check. And everyone's like, just don't even check, because you don't know what this guy looks like or how it is. So 5 minutes goes by, we're still waiting for the guy to come. So we go in the front yard. Okay, bam. So then we go in the front yard, and then we're just waiting there until Brady. I wish Brady was here. I wish he could just talk on the story time. Brady hears a guy say, Brady just looks at this car. There's this old man, and we're like, okay. And then she's like, have you seen a dog? And the guy's like explaining the dog to Brady. I heard it all, and I'm like, Brady, just don't say anything. Like just don't say any, I didn't want to let the guy just go home with a dog. Like I wanted the dog to go safe home. So basically, the guy comes over and he's talking to Brady about how about a missing dog, and then this Cadillac pulled up earlier, and we're like, okay, I didn't know until the guy gets out of the car, the guy parks, get out of the car, and then the Cadillac gets out of the car, and here's what it turns out. So this guy's sister was on vacation, and then the guy from the Cadillac, I don't know his name. His sister asked the guy from the Cadillac's daughter was asked the father of the guy in the Cadillac to babysit the dog while she's out. Okay, so turns out the dog must have got away and sneaked out, and by the guy would realize the dog was not on the block. So basically, he just put up missing photos and missing signs for the dog. Bam, common sense there. So then we're like, okay, and they're all just talking, and we're like, we saved the dog. We just got so hyped. We went to the ramps, and we just destroyed and shredded the ramps, ripped, hit tail whips, hit tricks, and we were just. So basically, we just felt good, and we all had the idea, especially Brady and me, to make a little story time on this, because we're like, you know what? We're heroes. And I'm just cracking up thinking that we actually thought we were heroes, and we were, because we got the dog to come into the hands of just a completely stranger. So I feel really good inside for doing something good for the community, especially in my community. There's a lot of lost dogs, and guys, if you guys lose a dog on Staten Island, if we find it, we will contact you, because we want to do as much as we can to do and help your animal and your dog. Basically, SISG is there for your dog. So how was the experience?
It was really good. I mean, I felt really good. It was pretty good. Cool. Yeah. Shout out to the FDNY. My dad's a firefighter. Ladder 86 and Engine 166. I wanted to go find them when I'm older.
And Dom, feel better. If you're watching this, Dom, feel better, man.
Feel better,
You're awesome. You're a great firefighter.
Feel better.
I hope, like, the lungs didn't burn. Like, I really... We'll see you on Halloween for your wedding, I think, at Hillside, so... Peace out. Guys, thank you for watching, guys. You guys, if you want to subscribe, get the merch, guys. Because if you want the merch of the dog merch, we're getting doggo merch. Now I'm designing doggo merch for everybody. Guys, get an FDNY doggo, NYPD doggo merch, guys. If you want doggo merch, plain FDNY merch, plain NYPD merch. Because if you want the doggo merch, please go to SIG.com and your first order will be shipped free, guys. Thank you guys for watching another story time. What do we say? And as always, stay cool, stay rad, and be rad, guys. Thank you for watching SIG. Subscribe to Redux Clan Gaming. And guys, if you want Hood Cheese sweatshirts, again, go to SIG.com. Thank you guys for watching our story time. Peace out. Bye. As always, God, I keep on saying that. Be rad, stay rad, and God, sorry. As always, guys, stay rad, be rad. No, stay rad, be cool, and be rad. Peace out, guys. Thank you guys for watching.